Hey guys, so if you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably have seen a couple of my videos, well maybe one or two, where I'm like laying in bed, kind of lounging, and I decide to kind of talk about some random topic. And I don't know why I decided to do these videos randomly on my phone and in my bed. I was actually about to go out with my friends. I've been really sick lately. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, I told you guys that, and I just kind of got over it. So my friends were like, let's go out for sushi. So I got all done up and I was like, oh, I have time to film a video. So I was gonna film top 12 of 212 or something like that, one of the beauty videos. And then I saw like a few of the people I was subscribed to post like videos up, and I follow like a bunch of people on Twitter that have to do with what I'm about to mention, and I got like really upset. Now, the reason I just want to, oh my god, this is like, can you even see me? I don't know. Now, what I'm about to tell you, like, I don't know the personally. I don't know the situation, like the actual realistic details, so I'm not going to spread things that I don't know. I'm just going to tell you what I know and why I feel like it really kind of hurt me or kind of affected me. Like I said, again, just lounging now, by the way. I decided not to film the beauty video, even though I'm like all ready to film it. And why am I like so bright? I feel like I appear weird in my videos sometimes. Check out this light. My mom's like, here's a light for YouTube. A lantern from the 40s. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk like this, so if the yellow light bothers you, I'm really sorry. So what I'm about to talk about is this guy named Freddy, and he does this YouTube channel called JERKTv. I have been subscribed for a while, and I don't watch him like super religiously, but I did find him to be a very funny guy, and he did do a few like videos that were slightly inappropriate, but if you're like of age and you can watch that stuff, you can appreciate some different types of humor, I guess, then you would enjoy his videos. So he wasn't like a huge YouTuber, like really super well known, but he did have about 70,000 subscribers. And basically what happened was, if you guys did not know, like if you've never heard of him, I will link his Twitter and his YouTube down below just so you guys can check it out if you're even interested. The reason why I'm even making this video is just because I want to kind of tell you guys what happened, and like I said, I don't know personal details. I'm just going to tell you what I know, and I'm just going to say like a few things about the topic, because I wanted to do a bullying video last time when the Amanda Todd thing happened, and I just never got around to it because I had so much to say, and then I don't know, I think I lost like my little cards. I was going to hold up cards. So if you guys would still be interested in a bullying video, comment below, because I would totally do that for you, because I don't know if you also are a new subscriber. I know this is such a long intro. If you're a new subscriber, I don't know if you know this, but my channel is not solely beauty. I don't do like makeup tutorials and all that, because this is not like a job for me. This is still a hobby, and I love like meeting people, and I do take it seriously, but I'm not the type of girl that will invest in like a perfect professional light set and all that just yet, because I do have 2 other jobs and I intern, and I'm still trying to apply and get in the role of swinging things to go back to graduate school. Ooh, sorry, I can't speak. So my channel is kind of like random. Like I have a lot of beauty affiliated things, but then I have giveaways, and then I have personal videos where I just kind of blab, and this is what I'm doing now. This topic is not going to be about bullying, so like I said, I will do that again, but the reason why I'm jumping on here to kind of talk to you guys about this is because of what actually happened with this guy. So he is a YouTuber. He made these funny videos. I believe he was partnered with YouTube, and he obviously had a big fan base. He had fan mail. I follow him on Instagram, and he has fan mail, like people send him stuff all the time, whatever. And I guess he was a troubled kid, and I'm not sure about his age. I don't know any really details about him. In the past week, he uploaded a video on YouTube, and it was called Spoken Word Ignorance or something like that. And it was a rap, like he's a rapper, and he put the lyrics at the bottom, and he wrote his own lyrics. And if you just look at those words, it broke my heart, because it's so clearly a calling out for help. And I majored in psychology, but that's not how I know it. I hate when people say like, oh, I'm a doctor, I know this stuff. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out when someone is in need of help or in need of the proper attention. And his lyrics to that rap are completely 100% a cry for help, and or not even a cry for help, but kind of letting people in to what he's personally feeling and how much he's hurting, and kind of, I don't want to say a foreshadowing of the future, but it could be, some could say that it is foreshadowing the future, because this poor young man took his life the other day. So it's not even just about the video leading to it. He also tweeted, I don't want to get choked up because I don't know him, and I don't want people to say, like, you weren't even close to him. Like, but this stuff really gets to me because it truly breaks my heart to see someone feel like they are so alone that they decide to take their own life. It happened on his Twitter, because I follow him on Twitter too, but I hadn't seen these, because you know how if you follow specific people, like I follow so many people on Twitter, I don't see specific updates of people. So like, let's say I want to see the updates of Britney Spears or something. I have to go to her Twitter personally just to see what she updates. I don't know what she updates because I follow so many other people. So I follow him, but I hadn't seen any of his tweets, obviously. And in the past day, January 5th or 6th, I'm not exactly sure. I want to say the 5th, which would be Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure. He tweeted several things that were very, I guess you could say, alarming, red flags. And he had, I don't know how many followers on Twitter he has, and I don't know why people don't take these things seriously. And I'm not saying his followers don't take him seriously, because I'm sure maybe somebody did tell somebody, but I was reading this like blog post today, and somebody said something like, out of all the 70,000 followers he has, or whatever the random number is, nobody found his tweets alarming and called the police, which I don't know how I feel about that. Part of me does agree, part of me doesn't, because I don't know, maybe you just didn't see them, but then people are his fans, so they do see them all the time. I don't know, but basically he tweeted some really sad things, and he said something about he was really alone. The hardest part for me was seeing that the tweets like led up, if you like look at the tweets lead up to him saying, "I'm sorry," period, and he shot himself. And I don't know why, and I don't know if it's because I'm on YouTube or what, but I just feel like being a part of the YouTube community and having Twitter and being a part of social media, like the way we are, and when I say we, I don't mean the beauty community, I mean YouTube community as a whole. Like, you're watching my video right now, most likely you subscribed to me from my beauty channel, or you found me through some other beauty vlogger, because I don't make funny videos. Like, I'm not like that type of person, so you probably didn't find my link anywhere else. So if you're watching this, you're subscribed to me or someone in the beauty community, and even if you don't make videos, you're still a part of that community. But even like, that's just too narrow. I'm talking about the vague community as a whole of being on YouTube. I don't know, this may sound super cheesy, but compared to like my friends that aren't on YouTube and that just live normal, like regular lives, that don't look up reviews and stuff on YouTube and don't go to YouTube for fun, jokes, laughs, whatever, compared to them, I don't know, I feel like I'm a part of something different, like a neighborhood, not a neighborhood, that sounds so cheesy, but like a specific community. And obviously YouTube is a community, it's an online community, but I never realized how much I felt so a part of it until I started making my own channel and making my own videos and becoming so close with so many people. So even though I didn't know this guy personally, he did what me and my friends that are beauty vloggers do. Upload videos, get reactions from people, get comments, get followers on Twitter that you don't know that comment you saying that you love them and they inspire you. I mean, you inspire them. And so he was essentially the same thing as what I'm doing. Now, he was, like I said, a lot bigger than me, and he had a lot, like a fan base, which I don't consider anyone a fan of mine. I consider us all friends. But he had a fan base. He had the same thing as me, and he was very troubled. I just feel like it hit me harder because I'm on YouTube, and I know sort of, I don't know the feeling, but like if I was to tweet, if I wasn't on YouTube, right, I'd probably have maybe like 40 followers on Twitter, if that. If I was to tweet something, people might not look at it, people might not take me seriously. But once you hit like not even want to say a certain number, but once you're kind of out there on, like in YouTube, like in the world of YouTube, and you do network with people and you do get some sort of substantial following, It's like, if I was to take my own life, I would feel so, I guess, worried about like what I would do and how I would affect other people. I mean, mainly the people that watch me. And regardless of whether that number is like 10 subscribers or 100,000,000 bajillion, regardless of what it is, people are going to care about you because people enjoy watching you, and you will affect them in some way, shape, or form with what you do. That's what I'm trying to say, is that he tweeted all of these things and he has so many followers, and I don't want to say that nobody took him seriously because I don't know if that's the case. I don't know his friends from his personal home, and I don't know like the girl he was dating. Like, I don't know their background and everything. All I know is that this guy was clearly crying out for help, and it's devastating. Suicide is never the right answer. However, I do have to say that from my experience with my friends and with personal family, like close family friends, I feel like once someone does that, there's a lot of mixed emotions that you feel towards that person. A lot of negative, sorry, this yellow light's bothering me. A lot of negative emotions of like, you're so selfish, how could you do that to the people that care about you? And that's where I get very kind of confused as to what I even feel, because part of me does think like, yes, it is a very selfish act, and he now is up in heaven with God, if you do believe in that. I do, so I do think he's an angel now. But everyone that knew him and loved him, and his poor parents, like his last tweet said, "I love you, Mom, and I love you, Dad," and it's like who wants to, like, that's permanently written there unless someone has his password and can delete his Twitter account. But I guess that's kind of like what affected me the most, because it was so real, and because of social media, it's like, just, it's there. Like, we saw, like, if someone read that tweet and called 911 and ran to his house, maybe, I mean, see, I don't like thinking like that because I'm not blaming anyone else. See, that's another thing. When suicide happens, you think so many crazy things, and you don't know, or at least this is how I feel. I don't know what's the right feeling. Like I said, part of me does feel like it is a selfish act. Like, how could he leave his friends, his family, his loved ones, his mom, his dad? Like, he had a lot of good in his life, and I'm sure he did struggle, and I'm sure he had a lot of bad, but he had those people, and then he did that. But at the same time, people who say, oh, suicide, just, it's all selfish and blah blah blah, no, like, these people that do it are troubled. They are severely troubled, and if you have the power to take your own life, think about how unhappy you must be. On the days where I am so upset or depressed or going through shit, I never think of that. And I've been through hell and back in my life, and I've never even considered that. And I just can only imagine how much pain someone is feeling if they are thinking that that's the answer. And I guess that's just kind of what I want to talk about in this video, is just, if you've been there, or if you know anyone that's been there, my heart really does truly go out to you, because I can't imagine that amount of pain being so big to want to do that. And another thing that I want to touch on is that one of my hugest, is that even a word? One of my biggest pet peeves is when people say, when people like hurt themselves, or when people kind of are calling out for help, when other people say, oh, they're just doing it for attention. Okay, there's one thing when you're maybe a girl on a bar and you're wearing some skanky outfit. Okay, you may probably want attention from a lot of people in the room. Yes, okay, she's doing it for attention. Not the best comparison, but you cannot say that someone is hurting themselves solely for attention. I understand why some people may think that because of the way others depict it. Like, they come in and they show scars, or they do that, and like, but if you really think about it, deep down, that person is still hurting. Yes, they may be doing it for attention, but that's the problem, is that if they're doing it for attention, don't ignore them and say, oh, they're just doing it for attention. Because you know what? They could be doing it for attention, and they could not be alive the next day. And you will feel terrible if you're like, oh my God, I thought it was just for attention, and then that person is no longer there. How guilty would you actually feel? Because I know I would feel terrible. That's why I feel like even the slightest signs of hurting yourself, or, you know, self-mutilation, or any sort of suicidal flags, please, please, please tell somebody, go to the parents, go to anybody close to that person and get help. Or if it's you, please, please, please get help. There are suicide hotlines to call. There are support groups that you could go to. So many people are there, and you are definitely not alone. I'm not speaking from experience because I've never thought of ending my own life in such a way, but I do know people that have been there, and I do know people that unfortunately have done that. And it's a very, very scary feeling, and I just feel like the prime cause of it, the root of that terrible feeling, is feeling lonely and feeling unwanted. And I feel like we started off the new year, I was sick, but I was like, oh yeah, 2013, we're gonna bring this in, it's gonna be a great year, start off positive. And then I hear about this, and like his poor parents have to face like burying his child in the ground, knowing that he ended his own life. Like, it's just, it makes so many questions pop up in your head, like why? And I mean, especially because he had a lot going for him. He had a great channel. He had so many fans. People loved him. Like I said, again, his videos might not be your cup of tea, but that has nothing to do with whether he should be alive or not. Like, whether you find him funny or not, he's a human being. He's a young boy. No one deserves to go at such a young age, especially that way. And like I said, I hate the most when people say that people do certain things for attention, because you are not in that person's shoes. Don't ever judge until you walked a mile in someone else's shoes, because you don't know what they're going through. It may seem like they want attention, and maybe that is all they want. Maybe a hug, or just knowing that they have someone. Like, I have so many friends that I'm blessed to have, so many guys, girls, family members. I can't imagine what it's like to have nobody, but I do feel for the people that do have nobody, and my heart breaks for them. And the thing is, he did have some people, but he just felt like it wasn't enough. And I don't read you guys the last tweet that I feel like affected me the most. If there's a God, then he's calling me back home. This barrel never felt so good next to my dome. It's cold, and I'd rather die than live alone. And then he tweeted, it's all bad, y'all. Puts finger around trigger. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. I love you, Catherine. God, please forgive me. I'm sorry. And that's his Twitter. I don't even want to look at it anymore. It really does break my heart. This is his channel. I will put it in the down bar if you guys desire to even check it out. This was his video that I said that he rapped in. And I'm not gonna like play it here, you guys can check it out, but over here it has the lyrics, and like I said, you could just clearly tell that he is asking for help or crying out, I guess. I don't even know. I'll link everything below. This video is so out of like bouncing around, but that's what I'm known for, never focusing on one specific thing. If you guys ever watched the show on MTV, The Real World, that show, oh my god, that light, for goodness sake. If I take this pillow, does that help? That might help a little. Okay. So in one of the seasons, it was The Real World Cancun, and it was one of my favorites. And there was this girl on there. Comment below if you know what I'm about to talk about. There was this girl on there named Aya, and she was this really, really pretty Spanish girl. Like, her name, Aya, is such a pretty name. A-Y-I-I-I-A. And she basically was on the show, and she had been going through like some serious personal issues, don't know what, and she was cutting herself on the actual show, and she would go in the bathroom and harm herself. And one of the guys on the season, I'm not sure which one, I don't know his name, he wasn't like a favorite character of mine, I think he had blonde hair, I'm not really good with remembering names. He actually would say things like, get your knife, bitch, or, you know, why don't you go cut yourself some more. And I know it's a very far stretch from what I'm talking about in this video of like killing yourself and that, but it sort of connects in the sense that what I'm trying to say is that regardless of whether he thought she was doing it for attention or to get noticed on TV or whatever, you do not say that to someone that already is harming themselves, because that imagine hurting and imagine being that person harming yourselves. Those types of words, it's like pouring like salt on a cut, like hand sanitizer on a cut. Like, there's probably a lot better of an analogy, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that is so painful for that person to go through. And then to hear something like, go get your knife again. They probably will, and then they may do something more with it than they were going to because of you. Like, how could anyone even say that? I don't know why I brought that up. I just thought of it because I remember thinking, like, how could someone on national television be so cruel and cold-hearted to say, like, make a joke out of harming yourself? It is not a joke. It is a serious, serious thing, and I just wish the more people would take things like this seriously. And yeah, now all I can do is pray for Freddy and his family and his friends and everyone that's going through this terrible time. If you are watching this and you're not subscribed to my channel for my beauty videos or anything, and you know Freddy by any chance, my heart goes out to you. I really am sorry. If all of my viewers that made it to the end of this video are still watching this, please just keep Freddy and his family in your prayers, even though you don't know him. He was a part of the YouTube community, and he will be greatly, greatly missed. I also just want to say that if any one of you guys out there watching this, whether you're subscribed to me or not subscribed to me, whether you like my videos or whether you even thumbs down my videos, if anybody needs someone to talk to or needs help, please don't hesitate to ask. There are so many people that think they're alone and they're really not, and they just need a friend to talk to. So if you're not like that, just please try to be the ear for someone that is like that. If you see someone struggling or see someone being bullied, just put a stop to it. It really just kills me how people go so out of the way to put others down and abuse other people and to hurt people's feelings. Like, it's just so sickening, and a lot of the times those are the reasons that people do end up taking their lives. So I go out of my way to help as many people as I can become a better person and see the good in life and kind of have a positive attitude regardless of what kind of downs you're going through at the moment. So you just also want to say, I don't know if you guys have iPhones, but I do have the app Kik, K-I-K, and I don't know what other phones have it, but I will leave my Kik name here and my link below. This may sound a little crazy because I don't know how many of you have it and actually will message me, but if anybody really is in a serious situation, or if you just want to talk, or if you just want a comforting word or a positivity quote, just message me on Kik. It is kind of like an instant messenger app. I'm not on it all the time, so I won't respond instantly. However, I do sign on it from time to time, and people message me like, oh my god, you're Cherry Boom from YouTube, and I respond. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to put my Kik name below. I think it's Nicole, NIC0LE88X0. I know I'm always complicated with my zeros and O's, but that's my Kik name, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check it a lot more often, because when the app is closed it doesn't alert me when I get a message, but then when I put it on, sometimes I'll have messages from subscribers waiting, or just people that follow me on Instagram and they're just like, oh, you're such an inspiration, or I love your videos, or stuff like that. And it's just, honestly, it's so heartwarming and touching to me to know that people actually want to message me. So I always respond, I always answer, and like I said, again, it's not going to be something like a fast instant message. Like if I'm at work or something, I'm not going to have my Kik on so it's like ringing, but I do want you guys to know that I really am here for you guys, and I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. I do have Instagram, I have Twitter, which my link is below. I try to answer as many YouTube messages as I can, and now I'm letting you guys kind of in on my little personal instant message thing, whatever you call it. I don't even know. I do want to just end this video by saying that I hope anyone who is struggling and feels like they're alone realizes that they're not alone. There are a lot of people going through exactly what you're going through, and you are loved, and I love you, I care. I know it sounds so cheesy, but sometimes that really is all someone really needs to hear. So I know it sounds like, oh, you don't even know me, but I really do care about people that watch me, and I always do write back as much as I can. Wish more people in the world would reach out to others and help others, but slow and steady, baby steps, and one day I guess we'll get there. Again, like I said, I will leave Freddy's links down below. I follow him on Instagram. I'll leave his Instagram, his Twitter, and his YouTube, and if you guys all could just say a prayer for him and his family and his friends and everyone that lost him. And yeah, Freddy, never got to meet you, but I know you were a great guy, and I know you're up there in heaven watching down on everyone. and I'm sorry that you had to go that way. But I am still going to watch your videos, and I really do think you're a funny guy, and I wish you realized how much you meant to so many other people, and how much your videos brought laughter and life to people that may not have had that otherwise. This is really obnoxiously long vlog, but like I said, again, this is just kind of what I do. I just like lay down and talk to you guys as if you're here with me and not in another state or country or wherever you guys are. If you enjoy me kind of talking like this, thumbs up this video, or if you have any requests for other like topics, I'll totally do that. I just feel like I make these videos and people always message me saying that they love the way I talk because they can relate, or not the way I talk, but it sounds weird, but they can relate and stuff like that. And I really, really love doing these more than I even like doing beauty videos, because this is just kind of me raw, like no editing, nothing. Well, I'll probably edit this video for time purposes, but I mean no editing in the sense like I didn't plan what I'm going to say. This is just straight from the heart. My beauty videos, I have things written down, things I want to say, like things that I, you know, am thinking about and want to tell you guys. So, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and please remember that you are all loved way more than you could ever imagine. See you in my next video. Bye guys.